voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Good morning. How are you guys? Get on in here, girl. I almost didn't make it, girl, but I said, let me come in here and run my mouth, child. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you, Sheeta Boo. You got it right. Dr. Vu. Heavy on the doctor, light on the Vu. What's going on? Happy Tuesday. Y'all already know what it's hitting for. We outside at work, though, but we still outside. You know what I'm saying? Some of us inside at work. But in our heads, we outside. We outside at work, girl. We got a cute little show today. Y'all get in here and like the video. Get in here and like the video. It's your birthday, Aquarius 87. Okay, happy birthday. We gonna get the birthday song. Let me let some more people come in here. Y'all get up in here and like the video. We got a cute little show today, y'all. So Selena Gomez was crying. Girl, why y'all had Selena around there crying like that, girl? What is going on? Not Selena Gomez crying, girl. Girl, I don't listen. Let me tell you something. I don't trust no actress or actor on here showing no emotion. Okay, not Henry now. Okay, I don't. But we'll get to it. Trump has acknowledged that DEI, what we've been telling a lot of Negroes for the past, I don't know, since he got in the office, he's confirmed, which I don't know why he had to confirm it, but he's confirmed what we have already been saying, that DEI belong to us. Remember I told y'all Debo is like Debo with the bike? DEI belong to us, but it has been used and allocated for everything and everybody else. Okay, I told y'all that. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get to the soundbite I told y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? But Trump said it, so hopefully the clear man could help, you know, lift some people up. But you know, one thing about my people, I went to the neighborhood talk in the shade room, and do you know they still had people in there having a problem with that? This is crazy. We'll get into it. Girl, now I wasn't supposed to be talking about the show, so I ain't gonna talk about the show. But Casey went off on Reginae, girl. Resume, call your daddy. Girl, it was a time we gotta talk about it. They done cut fast foot and snap, girl. So if you're waiting on your stamps, or if you're waiting on your little money to come on in, it ain't coming for now. We'll get into why. And then we also have an honorable mention that Halo is walking, honey. Yes, Halo is walking. Let's get Halo on here. Now, you know, let's start the show off positive. Y'all know we love Halo around here. Halo got up today and surprised my girl, what's her name, Haley. And he said, you know what? Today I'm going to walk. Girl, look at Halo.
Today is a crazy day. My baby just decided today that he is going to get up and walk on his own. I was sitting on the couch and I'm looking at the side. Like I see in my peripheral something small and walking. I'm like, what is, huh? I turn my head and my baby is up. He is fully up walking around the house. Look at this. What in the world is going on? He's just decided. Come on here, look it up. Come follow mommy. Come on, get up. He's decided that today he's walking on his own. No way. Oh my gosh! Halo!
Bottles, you must be new on here. Now, this is the second time I done seen you wrote this. Now, we don't be rolling like that over here. We don't do the hate train, and we don't do none of that. Don't mess my energy up. Bottles, tread light in the chat. Please. This your second time putting that in here. I'm watching the chat. Oh, yeah. I got 2 devices. I'm watching the chat. You want somebody to say something to you, nigga Sell, and we don't do that over here, okay? So go ahead on. You know, almost messed up us celebrating Halo, walking and all of that. You almost did it, okay? But tread light, bottles. Tread light. Go over there to the channels that be doing that. Please and thank you. Tread light. Okay? Tread real light. Okay? And y'all don't be answering him, telling him if you know how to cook. You don't need to answer him. You ain't got to cook for that Negro. What's wrong with y'all in here talking about, I know how to cook? Girl, ask him if he know how to fix a car. Now if I said that, then it'll be, oh, now you doing the most. Oh yeah, can you build a house? Can you change the oil? Can you change a tire? You know what I'm saying? Now what if we said that? Now back to where I was. You know what I'm saying? Because they be wanting the roads to only be one way. You know what I'm saying? But the roads got to be both ways. My mama cooked every day, but my daddy fixed everything, worked every day, and took care of everybody. Now is that, girl? Don't stop me. Back to Halo. Halo was walking, y'all. You seen this little bobber head? Shout out to Halo, bro. Halo woke up yesterday and said, you know what? I'm tired of being carried around. You know what I'm saying? Halo said it's time that I make my own way. And he did just that. Shout out to Halo, bro. He shocked his mama and she was so excited. Did y'all see it? Or she was just tickle pink. She said she saw a little shadowy figure walking around. I know if it was me, I'd have thought it was one of them dolls from, remember that old show? And they had the dolls that was old slaves and they was coming back to life. Girl, I'd have thought it was Chucky in the house. Girl, I'd have went to swinging. But it was Halo. Shout out to Halo, bro. I ain't gonna say that. But keep Junior in your prayers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Halo, bro. He's a cutie patootie. But anyways, let's move on. Now, girl, who we gonna get on here first? Who we gonna Joce out here first? We'll leave the political stuff last. Let's start here with well, a lot of this stuff is political. Y'all get the likes up. Hold on. So bet. I had seen this video and I wanted to show this to y'all. So y'all may not know this, but I say it all the time. I grew up with a lot of Vietnamese people. Yes, somehow in New Orleans, the Vietnamese people love New Orleans because they could get the crawfish. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them settled down in the Inno, right? It was very segregated. The Vietnamese lived separate. They shopped separate. They ate separate. Maybe one or two might try to, get down with the Negroes. The ones who own a nail shop, they like, hey, now, how you doing? How you doing, girl? Your nail cute, girl. Your nail cute. You going on a date? You going on a date, girl? Okay. Where your man? Where your husband at? Where your man? You going on a date with your man today? Oh, that's nice. Nail might be too long, but okay, I get, yeah. Oh yeah, me and my husband, we go on date. We go on date. We now go on date lately, but we go on date. You know what I'm saying? That's the ones at the nail shop. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, look, typically they do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? They don't really roll with us. We don't roll with them. It is what it is. But to my surprise, when I was in middle school, I had seen this Asian that looked a little different. I said, well, wait a minute. Now, this Asian looked like he was black, but he had slanted eyes. I said, man, what in the world? Because all the rest of them high yellow. Child, come to find out, I'm nosy, girl. I had to be about 6th grade. I went to ask. I said, you Vietnamese? He said, no. And he was offended. I said, well, what is you? He said, Laotian. I said, what? He said, I'm a Laotian. I said, what's a Laotian? He said, from Laos. I said, what's that? He said, black Asians. And I looked at him. Now, mind you, my 6th grade brain couldn't conceptualize a black Asian. In my mind, I'm like, ain't no way, boy. You must have just got a little tan or something. You know what I'm saying? But their nose was more rounder. You know what I'm saying? The features and everything was different. And it was only like 3 or 4 of them. It wasn't a whole bunch of them. Most of the rest of them was Vietnamese. So that was my first introduction to the Laotian people, because I thought he was capping at first. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at him like, man, you ain't no Laotian, you Vietnamese. And he got mad. Like, I'm not Vietnamese. I know Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? But he was mad. But I understood. They are the Negroes of Asia. Okay? So what happened was I seen this Laotian on my timeline on Instagram, and I wanted to share this with y'all. Now, Laotian people, they are still mixed breeds. However, they have more Afro-Asian, if that's what you want to call it, African, I don't know. They're more black than the other ones. And you're going to see it. Now, this Laotian is going to come on here and tell y'all about how they don't call themselves Asian, that they didn't even learn that language until they got to the Americas, just like Africa and other places of that sort. Okay, let's get into it. I thought this was interesting. Check it out.
Well, my loud brother has an argument that says that Asian folks never refer to themselves as Asians. Please put us on game.
Hey man, yeah, you know, where we from, you know, there's a lot of different tribes. And you got Lao Lum, where we say Bak Lao or Kon Lao. You got Tai Dam, you got Kamu, you got Kamai, you got all kinds of Aboriginal people, right? So yeah, when we got to this country, that's when we took on the terms like Asian and all that. Facts. Yeah. He look more like me than the Chinese dude do. I ain't saying I got love for the Chinese. I got love for anybody. I don't really care what you is. But at the end of the day, I'm just talking about the truth. Is the term Asian did not come from our lingo. Just like even when you think about the word even African. Let's get there. Who created the word African? Okay. Who created the word Asian? Okay. Let me know.
But Asian folks in the continent did not refer to themselves as Asian.
Oh no, we had that. That's an English word.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So now, mind you, listen. He's a more Americanized one. You could tell by the way he talks, because the Laotian have accents too, because they have their own language. But listen to what I'm trying to say to y'all. This is what I'm trying to say. The point of this all is, listen, they have, the original Asians were black. Did you put a 1 in the chat if you knew that? Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that the original Asians were black, and that also these Asians y'all see are imposters. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that. Put a 2 in the chat if you just figuring this out today. Because see, a lot of people are mistaken. We are seeing representatives of these spaces, of these places. These are not the true inhabitants and true people, indigenous people of these places, okay? They were colonized just like we were here, just like in Africa, just like in other continents, okay? Just like in Europe. The original Asians were black skin. I'll say melanated. Let's just go melanated for the win. The original Asians were melanated, okay? Now, because the original Asians were melanated, we've only been shown the representatives. We only, and like myself in 6th grade, when I ran across the Laotian, I was like, you ain't Vietnamese. Like, I was really confused because I was like, dang, he like a little bit lighter than me. But you could look at him and tell he ain't a nigga, but he still was looking Asian. So I thought maybe he was just a mixed Vietnamese. No, they have a whole society, not society. They have a whole group of indigenous Asian and Asiatic people that are from Asia, and Laotians are one of those. The original Philippines. Do y'all know that? The original Filipinos are black. That's why the ones you see that look clear, they got round noses like Negroes. Come on, man. Y'all got the ketchup mustard. I'm trying to tell y'all the story. So now, when he was talking about his tribes, it's because the indigenous people all over the world, Craig, are tribal. Even before Christopher Columbus, well, he didn't make it here. Even before Hernando de Soto got off with them flesh-eating dogs, we were original tribal people. We still are tribal people. West Coast versus East Coast. Uptown versus downtown. East side versus west side. You get it? Okay? So we're all indigenous to our lands, but we have always been tribal people. That's how the powers that be were able to screw us over, because they used us against each other, because we were already beefing on, not even beefing, but we were already tribal, if it makes sense. But I saw that and I wanted to show that to y'all, because I remember, like I said, the first time I seen of Laotian. I thought it was a trick. I thought he was just a half-breed. Some Vietnamese done got, some peen from, a Negro. But it turns out, no, that's a whole group of people. And the other people that are out there that they pushed off to the side. It's the same thing happened in Mexico, in all of the islands. Well, not most of the islands, because Jamaica is still, well, no. Let me just go back. That's the same thing happened in Jamaica, the islands, the Hispanic places like Honduras, Puerto Rico, Asia, Hawaii. Them ain't the real Hawaiians y'all see with the hula skirts and the flat booties. I hope y'all know that. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that. The original Hawaiians y'all see that look like they Filipinos, they ain't the real original Hawaiians. The real original Hawaiians look like this avatar y'all looking at, okay? We talked about this already. Those are the representatives. We are indigenous all over this world. And I want y'all to know that. But what they do is they go in, colonize, unalive a whole bunch of them, and then push the remaining off to the side. The only reason that is different in America, pay attention. Put your thinking caps on and your listening ears on. The only reason it is different in the North American region or the United States of the Americas is because we were too populated. It was too many of us. Okay? It was too many of us. They couldn't unalive us all, so they decided to take us out another way. Paper genocide. All they got to do is say they got rid of us and give us a new name. That's it. That's why your name changed every 40 years, black person on the chat. That's why your name changed every 40 years. All they have to do, I'm telling you, it's easy peasy. We can't get rid of all of them. We can't. So all we got to do is say we did. That's all we got to do is say we did it. And that's what they did, okay? So with that being said, please be aware that now shout out, this is what I do love about the island people is most of the islands, they already are still heavily populated, and they already, a lot of them, well, hopefully a lot of them know that they're indigenous to their lands, but they still more heavily populated with them, with outside of Jamaica, no shade, but a lot of them are still heavily populated with them on with their selves, because this side of the Mississippi, this side of the east, you know what I'm saying? This east side of this continent over here, North America, South America, and the islands and all that in between were heavily black, okay? Okay? So please keep that in mind. I just wanted to show y'all that. But anyways, moving on. Girl, let's go get Casey, girl, that went off on hell no, that's another thing. We ain't no 13% of nothing. That's what they tell you. That's a part of paper genocide. Okay? Listen, pay attention. We ain't never been 13%. That is a part of the paper genocide. If you tell them they are the minority, they will be the minority. And it works. But I implore y'all, especially if you in the South, this how you know we ain't the minority. Look, start paying attention as you roam around America. I don't care if you're going to the grocery store. I don't care if you're going to the park. I don't care where you're going. Pay attention to how many more black people you see than clear, and then come back and we'll talk about it, okay? Okay? I like this comment. She says Brazil imported YT people so they could lighten the complexion of their people. That was done on purpose. Listen, it was done. Listen, Brazil, they notorious. Listen, Brazil is notorious for putting that representative in front of us, making us think that the Hispanic looking person in Brazil is the real Brazilian. Girl, the real Brazilians is dark as me and darker than me. Don't play no games. No, Jamaicans are indigenous. I say I hope they know that they are. But listen, this is what I'm saying. The Brazilians, the original Brazilians, dark as me and darker than me. So that's what they do. They came in there and purposely bred out a lot of them people and put them up front. That's how they do. Y'all gotta stay woke. It's more than a song now. Y'all got to stay woke. Bree, thank you for the super chat. I worked for MSU and they're crashing over Trump. Girl, we about to get into it. Hold on. Let's get Casey and Toya out the way. And Reginae. Thank you, Bree. Chocolate Bar, thank you for becoming a new member. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all get the likes up on the video and let's get the subscribers up. Why not? I mean, we're here, right? Y'all come here every morning. But anyways, before we do that, I got a birthday to give out to talk about. It's who birthday it was? Girl, I done forgot that fizz. Girl, who birthday it was? Aquarius 87's birthday. And anybody else celebrating a birthday, we're gonna take a worthy cause for a pause. Put the cakes in the chat. Y'all need to like the video anyways. But put the cakes in the chat, y'all. And we about to celebrate Aquarius 87's birthday. And anybody else who's celebrating a birthday, love y'all down to the ground. I hope you have many, 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 many more, or as many as you would like. Love y'all. Put the cakes in the chat and go ahead on like the video. Happy birthday, Fat.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday,
I hope y'all got them likes up. Get the likes up, and happy birthday to Aquarius and anybody else celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday. Pretty Thug, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Now we got to get into it. We got to get into it, girl. We got a few things to discuss. Now let's get Casey on here, girl. Toya, brother Casey. Girl, you know, Rudy and Josh was the coolest ones out of all of them. I rock with Casey. I mean, yeah, I rock with Casey and Woe too. But as far as like cool, low key, chill, Rudy and Josh was so like, you know, rest in peace to Rudy and Josh, bro. But Toya brother Casey spazzes out on Reginae because he feels like Reginae done went spend 20 bands on her boyfriend to watch, and she not even with him no more when he do music, and he could have put that money onto him in his rap career. Now he's right and wrong throughout this whole situation. He's right and he's wrong. But one thing he is right about for 100% was how green Reginae and Toya is, because he said the people who are around you is the ones who robbing you. Y'all know Reginae done been robbed. Her house been robbed 59 times, and she don't understand who is robbing her. She's confused, and I'm over here saying, how, Sway? How, Sway? First and foremost, most of the time your house is broken into is because somebody already know what you got in there. Very random, or very seldom would a person just break in your house, unless you're rich and you live in a neighborhood and there's like a string of robberies. For the most part, whoever breaks into your house already have a mission because they know what they want and where it is. So when they break in, they ain't got to be scrambling and scraping to get what they want. Reginae's house done been broken 12 times. And she's still running around here saying, well, I don't understand. Somebody's breaking in my house. What's going on? And I'm over here saying, duck, duck, goose. Now, that's the one thing he is 100% right on. But anyway, neither here nor there, okay? The point I'm making is he's going to go off on her for spending 20 bands on her boyfriend that she's not even with no more because he feels entitled to her money, and that's where he wrong. But we'll get into it. Let me let him get on here and say what he got to say. Y'all get the likes up on the video, child. Girl, Casey had done made my head hurt. Girl, get Casey up here.
$1,000 a month and your uncle do cents. $20,000 a month and your uncle do music, and you done bought Armand a $20,000 worth of $20,000 watch that you met this dude 3 months in front of my fucking face, Nady. I walk with you in the that's your money. You do what you want to do. But I told you this nigga wasn't for you. This nigga like Red Bones. Me and Rudy been having all the hoes, gang. We know when a nigga sweet. We know when a nigga ain't for you. I'm your uncle. I'm in the streets. Y'all green. What part you don't understand? Y'all are green, gang. The same people that's around y'all breaking in y'all house. Your house been broken 4 fucking times. 4 times. 2 of the times I was well, 3 of the times I was incarcerated. Well, 2 of the times I was incarcerated. I don't care if they don't forgive me, gang. My brothers forgive me.
All right, so let's start with the first part. The fact that he feels like they should spend their money on him, that's not the way they go. And we've had this conversation about Casey before. And I was told not to talk about the show. I ain't talking about the show, but I told my friend if something go viral, I'm gonna say what I got to say. And that's where we are. Now, this is the thing with Casey. Casey on here talking about, she spending 20 bands on somebody and only know him 3 months. I understand both sides of that, because he feel like as your uncle, you could put that money on me. Number one, she don't have to do nothing. If I were her, would I have done it? Yes. If I were her and I had money to help out my uncle one time though, because if you fail on that, you're on your own, fat. But that's me, but everybody's not me. She don't have to do anything like that. But this is where I will say I will give some sort of grace to Casey. See, this is what happens with this family. Yeah, he did call Armand sweet. Yes, he did. This is what happens with this family. These are the facts. These people, Toya and Reginae, well, really Reginae got the money for real. But Toya and Reginae brings around their family, who a lot of them are, not as well off, and they do stuff like that. And again, they can. That's their money. They could do what they want to do. Especially if you know the boy. Like, I don't know. It's kind of complex, because she can still do what she want to do, Casey. But I understand how he looking at it like, dang, you doing that in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And you with this nigga for 3 months and you drop 20 bands on him. So I understand both sides, but ultimately she don't have to do nothing. She really don't have to. But it's one thing to do it, but it's another thing in his perspective, I think he feels like they exploiting that shit in front of him. You know what I'm saying? I think that he feels like they doing that stuff. And I think so too, to an extent. I believe so too. But neither here nor there. I would say that the boy Armand used her too. Because like he said, Toya and Reginae are green. And Reginae, I could see, well, no, both of them are green. Toya had Reginae at what, 13, 14, I think. Right after that, Wayne popped off. Wayne blew up. Like, Toya ain't never really, you feel what I'm saying? Like, she ain't never, I'm not saying never really, but her experience was a bit different from the average girl in New Orleans. Let's just say that. Not all the way different, but a bit different. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they are green, and they so green they don't have no hood sense, or what we would call hood common sense, to where they don't understand, especially Reginae. Girl, if your house keep getting breaking into, that's somebody in your circle. That's somebody around you. That's somebody around you. And if I don't listen to Casey on nothing else, if I'm Reginae, that part I'm listening to. That's the part I'm like, okay, my ears are perked. Why is it that this girl house done got broken into 4 times? One of y'all on here make this make sense. Girl, if my house got broken into twice, I'm cutting everybody off. 4 times? You know what I mean? Like, come, he's absolutely right about that. But both Toya and Reginae are green. They really are. He's not like, he didn't lie about that. Now, he over the top and doing the most about the money part. But that part in particular, he's not lying. There's somebody in her circle that's either tipping off somebody to break in her house, or is somebody in her circle in particular breaking off in her house. And she just so slow, she don't even see it. Slow as a turtle. You see what I'm saying? And I do believe, like I said, the boy Armand used her, because like he said, he's sweet. Now that's the part that got me. But he said he don't even like dark-skinned girls. He like red bones. So you could have asked me. Listen, I'm gonna stop him when he start lying. You know what I mean? I said what I said probably him. I doubt it. Trust me. You know what's crazy about New Orleans people, bro? And I'm not saying they ain't got no dirty dog leg New Orleans people, because God knows they do. Yes, they do. But let me say this, bro. One thing about a New Orleans, unless you on drugs, even when we mad at you, even when we jack the family, we ain't gonna do that to you, bro. I don't know, it's a different level of loyalty we have, even when you fucking over me real bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could really be like starving me and dangling a steak in front of me. It'll be hard for a New Orleans person, you know what I'm saying, to take the head off they sibling or their mom or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I doubt it's Casey. Cause our brains, we don't go like that in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? We really don't. But for the most part, I don't think it's him breaking in. What he's telling her is the truth. Listen, you so green and you don't even want to listen to that piece. The people around you is breaking in your house. And that's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's getting her every time. And she better tread light, because what them insurance companies do is, so after so many times of getting your shit break in, the insurance companies start looking at you like you scamming. But you know, ultimately, like I said, Casey, them people don't have to give you nothing. They really don't. I understand how you feel about it. But they don't have to give you nothing. Honestly, in a perfect world, Toya and Reginae will go off about their business and live their semi-pseudo rich life, and they will be away from all of that, so they don't have to deal with that. But the problem is, and I keep saying this to y'all, the problem is Toya can't do that, because if Toya wants to remain relevant, especially as it pertains to reality TV, she has to have the same family that she claims she don't want to exploit. She has to have that very same family over there acting a fool. And she knows that. And Toya makes a very cute coin off of having her family on here. Okay. So yeah, that's what that's all about. Because I mean, at the end of the day, typically your rich auntie and your rich uncle don't be frolicking with us regular Negroes. Girl, you might see them once every 5 years at the Christmas dinner or at the family reunion. They don't be out here with us, playing with us. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't frolic with the poors. You feel me? You can't frolic with the poors and then be mad when the poors hold their hand out. That's how that go. What you mean? If I'm eating ramen noodles and you got steak, and every day you in front of me cutting into your ribeye, you damn right I want a piece to put in my noodles. You know what I'm saying? You're damn right. But anyways, that's all I got to say about that. Now we got to move on. So where do we start, girl? Because this Trump thing, let's get Selena Gomez up here, girl. Oh my God. So Selena Gomez, girl, done got on here crying. And the fact that Black Americans are allowing people to gaslight them is flabbergasting to me. Like, I'm flabbergasted. I'm appalled. You feel what I'm saying? The fact that Black Americans, y'all, niggas don't learn. That's all I got to say. Niggas do not learn. Them people don't. Let me ask y'all a question, and y'all help me out in the chat. Name a place in the world where Black Americans can go and receive free citizenship, receive stipends to live, opportunities at jobs and businesses, and put it in the chat. Where can we go in America and get these things? Also, where can we go in the world? I'm sorry, not America. Where can we go in the world and not only get those things, have the people of those lands advocate for us to get those things? I'm just trying to see something. I'm really trying to see something. We are so prone to clear sympathy. We don't even realize a lot of the reason why we where we are is because of us. I gotta say that part. That's the most uncomfortable part people don't want to hear. A lot of the reasons why we are, not all, but there's a chunk of the reason why we where we are is because of us. We don't even realize when them people playing in our face. Now, Selena Gomez done got up here and started crying, talking about she can't do nothing to help her people. Mind you, from what I'm hearing, because I asked the clear girl who worked with me, they say she got like $1 billion. What you mean there's nothing you could do? I've never in my all 41 years heard a billionaire say there's nothing they could do. Never in my life. Never. I can't think of a millionaire who said something's going on and there's nothing they could do. But this is an actress who decided to press play start to clear tears, and all of the Negroes, oh my God, I feel so bad for her. Trump is a monster. That's how they played your duck ass when they had y'all. Remember they put them churn in the cage, and they put the churn by the cage on the video, and all the Negroes, oh my God, this is insane. This is inhumane. I can't believe it. This is horrible. Them was the same Negroes out there screaming and hollering in them cities because all of them illegal aliens that came in on your dime. On your dime. Now, mind you, this girl come on here crying, and I done found out allegedly her grandparents came illegally. Well, if Trump is getting a birthright citizenship up out of here, I say he need to get her up out of here too. Since you want to come on here crying your clear tears, I think you need to be deported. Yes, I do. I think Selena Gomez should be deported. If we can roll back the tapes and see your mama and daddy, your grandparents sneaking across the gates, then I think under the new rules of birthright citizenship, she got to go. And I said what I said. She got to go. She ain't did nothing in a long time anyway. Get her up out of here. And I said what I said. Okay, she got money. She do fine. She'll do it even more better in Mexico. She got to go. But that's my piece on it. But anyway, girl, let's get this lady up here, girl. I couldn't believe Negroes. Girl, every day he's working on us, right? Girl, let's get Selena Gomez on here, girl.
So, Selena Gomez.
Not her yet. Not her yet. Hold on. Let me get Selena on here. I had the wrong one. Look at Selena, girl.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Selena Gomez, go lay down, girl. You want to know what I think about Selena Gomez crying about her family and friends that ain't making it across the border? Check it out.
Fuck you and your family, bitch!
Girl, I don't give a mother pluck about your people. Girl, don't make me mad. Y'all about to make me mad, girl. Girl, she really on here crying, clear tears, because her folks, she's scared. She said there's nothing she could do. Girl, that done made me mad. Selena, go lay down. And then all of the clear people was on her ass, wasn't they? Girl, when I tell you, them clear people came back and was dragging her down to the ground. Do you hear me? Girl, the clear people was telling her, girl, we don't care. We already, listen, the majority of the majority of the country voted for him. One of those reasons was because he wanted him to deport all these folks. Okay? But Selena, girl, wait, one more time. Selena, what happened, girl? Hold on, girl. I got to see it one more time so I can really feel it. Hold on. Let me get Selena back on here.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Fuck you and your family, bitch!
Habidi bum bum. Habidi bum bum. Habidi bum bum. Habidi bum bum. Habidi bum bum, abuelita, Bitty bitty bum bum consuelita. Bitty bitty bit bitty bum bum. Bit bit bitty bum bum. Bitty bum bum consuela. Bitty bitty bum bum mansalea. Bitty 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 bum bum. Girl, get off of here, Selena. Girl, we don't care. We don't care. Sorry, not sorry. We don't care. 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 Okay, Selena, go lay down, girl. Find something else to do. And next time you come on here crying with the clear tears that we can't see no ways, girl, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. How about that? Just don't do it. Okay? Girl, Selena done made me mad on here. There's nothing I can do. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's nothing that I can do. I got $1 billion, but there's nothing I can do. Oh my God, my family. No more tacos and quinceaneras in America. I have to go all the way to Mexico. I will come get your ugly ass too, bitch. Girl, get off of here. Let's move on. Girl, I'm not about to play with no Selena, girl. Selena doing the most. Girl, Selena, girl, please. Girl, not today. We already got a lot going on. They say they done cut the fast food and the food stamps and all of that, girl. We ain't got time to be worried about you. You all that money, you can help them people get on their feet. Hell, the pesos is worth less than $1. Girl, you could take a small portion of that money and help them folks get on their feet. Get off of here, clear tacos, okay? Please get off of here, clear tacos. I don't want to hear it. Now let's move on. So, girl, tell me why it's been announced that they said they're gonna cut the FAFSA, that's the financial aid, and the food stamps. I gotta call my baby and make sure she cashed her check. Girl, did you get your check yet? Because they say it's on pause. Now, this is what's going on. So let me set this up for y'all because a lot of people don't understand what's happening. So Trump puts a pause on. Hold on, I got an article on here. Hold on, do I have a first? Oh, I want to start here first before we start. Before we get into it, hold on. So this was going on. Trump put a pause on FAFSA. Well, no, he put a pause on some stuff that included FAFSA, SNAP benefits and things of that nature. But before we get into it, look at the demographics of the people who on stamps. Now, I remember after one of them hurricanes, my mama had said that they was issuing out the emergency stamps. Anybody who been through any type of FEMA emergency or something, they be giving out emergency stamps. So I remember my mama said she had went down there to go to get in line. She said they had cars wrapped around the corner. She said, and it was mostly clears. I said, what? This was years and years and goes a blow. She said, I said, what? She said, girl, she said, wrapped. Do you hear me? Nothing but clears. I said, well, wait a minute. Because remember, they had us thinking that we monopolized the welfare system when the facts of the matter is it only looks like that because we're all typically in one area. Okay? So because of that, because most black people who get food stamps all live around each other, and that's what you see, it looks as if we are the majority recipient of stamps and benefits, when the facts of the matter is it was all a lie. Let me cue my boy up, because it was all a lie, girl. Them people done lied and played in our face, girl. Hold on, it's survival at this point.
Survival. I guess somebody lied. Smells like somebody lied.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Listen, not only that, let me make y'all laugh again. Hey, not only that, do you know the reason why it's so hard for black people to get on steps? Even you know how like somebody in the chat was just like, I wish I could get them. You know why you can't get them? Not because of what they saying. You can't get them because they want these benefits to go right where they're going. You get it? You get it? Look, that's because listen, I need y'all to pay attention. The reason why I could work a job and still have kids and be like, I can't afford it, and they'll deny me, is because they don't want you to get them. They want you to think you're the top recipient, but you're not. That stuff are other set asides for the clears, okay? Never forget this. Please never forget this. Now, why is this important? Oh, because girl, look, I would have been applied, girl. I remember one time, girl, I ain't gonna incriminate myself, but you know, I would have been applied, girl. I remember when I had my baby, girl, it was just because they said it was just me and my baby, girl. They only gave me back then, it was like $130 a month. That would probably be equivalent to like $300-400 a month right now if I needed food stamps. Girl, they gave me hell talking about because I only had one baby. And then guess who was getting all the money? Girl, let's move on because I'm getting triggered with my own flashbacks and all of that. But anyways, why is this important? So DEI with the past administration and also some before. So Obama and them, what they did was this. This is what they did, people, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. This is what they did. They took programs and set-asides that were for American citizens and a lot of the stuff that were set aside for Black American citizens, and they wrapped their DEI and LGBTQ agenda in it. Does that make sense? So for instance, DEI, we all know about DEI, right? DEI says diversity, equity, inclusion, but when you look at the people who are being hired and who are being disproportionately put aside or put up above others, is typically white women and the T's, not even the G's. It's really more the T's. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, that's what they did under DEI. Now, what they did under these administrations was take DEI and wrap it into programs that are concluded or included with FAFSA and things of that nature. So now when Trump is on here talking about I'm rolling back all these DEI programs, he can't just specifically roll them back off the cuff. What he has to do is pause the programs, listen, pause the programs, and figure out a way to put set asides for the things that he wants and get rid of the things that he don't want. This is what's going on. So Trump, there's the headline is going to show you that Trump has literally suspended all FAFSA and SNAP benefits, and the people are losing their mind. But remember, look at that number. You should see right there who the most people losing their mind. See, y'all, Black people let the internet fool them. Black people let the internet fool them. Y'all running around here thinking this is just the most devastating thing that happened to Black people, and it is to some Black people. But look at that demographic of the people who receiving it the most. So please, everything ain't racial. Some things are, but everything ain't. Okay? So please do not let Twitter, the shade room in the neighborhood talk in Hollywood or like fool y'all into believing this is a direct attack on Black people. Okay, because it's not. It is a direct attack on people. Well, it ain't even an attack. It directly not benefits. It directly affects people in a negative way, Americans. But ultimately, it ain't like he said get rid of it. He's putting it on hold so that he can then go back and set aside the bullshit, separate the bullshit from the real shit. Okay, so I got this article up here from Forbes. It says, did Trump just suspend student loan forgiveness and federal student aid? It says, the Trump administration released a sweeping memo on Monday that will suspend broad swaths of spending across nearly all sectors of federal government. The breadth of the order is substantial and could have major impacts for millions of Americans. And it's at least possible that student loan forgiveness and federal aid programs could be swept up in the suspension. The memo released by Matthew J. Vade, or whatever his name is, the acting director of White House Office of Management and Budget, instructs federal agencies to pause spending programs on nearly across the board basis. It says the American people elected Donald J. Trump to be president of the United States and gave him a mandate to increase the impact of every federal taxpayer dollar, says the memo. It also says career and political appointees in the spending in the executive branch have a duty to align federal spending and actions with the will of the American people as expressed through presidential priorities. Financial assistance should be dedicated to advancing administration priorities, focusing taxpayer dollars to advance a stronger and safer America, eliminated the financial burden of inflation for citizens, unleashing American energy and manufacturing, ending wokeness and the weaponization of the government, promoting efficiency in government, and making America healthy again. The use of federal resources to advance Marxist equity, transgenderism, and Green New Deal social engineering policies is a waste of taxpayer dollars that does not improve the day-to-day lives of those we serve. Now, this is what I want to tell y'all. This is what I'm trying to show y'all, because it was giving me a headache watching the people crash out on Twitter. This is what's going on. The left are very smart. What they realized is people are reactionary and emotional, right? So look what the left did. The left said, all right, bet, this is what we're going to do. When we put these DEI initiatives and our agendas in here, we have to tie it in with stuff that the people need. Now, why would they do this? They're doing this because when and if somebody comes along behind them and try to take these initiatives away, it will directly impact the needs of Americans, which will cause them to look at the person taking this away or pausing it or whatever, look at them as if they're the direct enemy, when that is the complete opposite. As you can see in this paragraph, I'm going to read it one more time, this little end part. It says, I want y'all to hear this. Financial assistance should be dedicated to advancing administration priorities, focusing taxpayer dollars to advance a strong and safer America, eliminating the financial burden of inflation for citizens, heavy on the citizens part, unleashing American energy and manufacturing, ending wokeness. Y'all know what comes under wokeness, not the black wokeness. I'm talking about the T wokeness, the LGBTQ wokeness, and weaponizing of the government, promoting efficiency in government and making America healthy again. The use of federal resources to advance Marxist equity, transgenderism, and Green New Deal social engineering policies are a waste of taxpayer dollars that do not improve the day-to-day lives of those we serve. So what he's saying is all that money that they done redirected to go toward their agendas ain't doing nothing for the average American citizen and should not be going that way. That's what he's saying. That money that's going toward those that you think, because see, this is not, y'all gotta start. I just implore my people, Lord Jesus, I implore y'all, please just read. Please don't take my word for it. Don't take nobody's word that you see online. Read, my people. They say you want to keep something away from a nigga, put it in a book. Well, hell, you could just not put it on the headline and they ain't gonna read it. Read, people. Read. First of all, it's not to end FAFSA or to end SNAP benefits. The whole point of this is to rid the programs of the negative things that have negatively impacted America. Okay? As long as we allow things to go the way that we are allowing them to go, as long as we allow things to go the way that we're allowing them to go, Black Americans, you will forever be last. All of these programs are to keep you down. What part of that are you not getting? I don't understand. Black America does not benefit off of none of these DEI affirmative action. We never have and we never will. In order to fix that, you have to dismantle it and put it back together. Y'all still fear mongering about Project 2025 and all of that dumbass shit. Fine. Only thing I'm saying to you is it's not that he's taking it away. What he's doing is he has to stop it, rid of the bullshit, and then move forward. That's not saying that people are going to starve or people are not going to be able to do. Listen, and this is another thing too. Let me say this part too. Y'all around here talking about, oh my God, what are these people gonna do? Girl, they go through a government shutdown damn near every fiscal year. Them people make do. They'll be fine if they don't get their food stamps on the 4th. They get them on the 5th. I promise you, they'll be just fine. Okay? Y'all got to stop reading the clickbait stuff and read what's really happening in the world. What's really happening in the world is, and listen, don't take my, please don't, I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to go and do the research on yourself. With Google at your fingertips, you can find this information in 0.2 seconds on my mama. Okay? This is what I'm saying to you. All you have to do is figure out what's going on at a government level. Read the things. Don't just read the headlines. Read the things under these headlines and understand the details of what's going on under the headlines. See, when they taught us how to, when I was in 3rd grade and they taught us how to formulate a paragraph, they said the very first sentence is going to be your advertisement. It's going to be like the subject of what it's about. But every sentence under that is the details of the subject that you put at the beginning of your paragraph. Now, when it comes to these headlines, those are just that. They are the subjects. If you don't read the details under that subject, you will be misinformed 99% of the time. Okay? Now, I'm not one of those people who about to get up here and praise Trump for a goddamn thing. But when he's doing what he's supposed to do, that's going to benefit the American people, I am all for it. Okay? And what he's doing is not what the internet has you thinking he's doing. Okay? Y'all let the internet, and you know what's crazy? I keep telling y'all this. I ain't been wrong yet. Most of the time it be bots. Y'all be letting bots get y'all, girl, that's crazy work to me. Ball, you know, I was talking to my coworker and we were talking about the Electoral College. And I said, you know how I learned about the Electoral College? I remember I had to be in about 10th grade. We had this young substitute teacher was coming in our economics class, our free enterprise economics class. And he said, I don't know what was going on. I wasn't into voting, so I don't know. Maybe it was around voting season. He said he came in the classroom, bust through, slammed his thing on the door, on the desk, and I'm going somewhere with this. He said he slammed his briefcase on the desk back in the day, you know, briefcase, and he said, you know, America thinks, he said the people that run America thinks that Americans are dumb. And we were all looking like, what? He was like, yeah, they think that you're stupid. So much so that they put in place a thing called the Electoral College. He said, and this is how they do it. The Electoral College, they tell you is supposed to go with whatever the masses of an area says as far as the vote. But the caveat that they don't mention to you is that the Electoral College can go against the masses if so choose, because they believe that Americans are not smart enough to make their own decisions independently. Now he basically golfed that up to say America thinks you're stupid, and no cap. Every time I get online, every time I go on Twitter, the neighborhood talk, in the shade room, I be saying, I see why they did. Yeah, I see. This is how they keep us in a chokehold. This right here and this alone is how they continue to keep us in a chokehold. Y'all have to stop letting these bots and these foreigners with the hard ER. These foreigners with the hard ER. Listen to me. These foreigners with the hard ER hiding behind these profiles buck you up to do something that's going to be really not beneficial to you, that really is beneficial to them. We have to do independent studies. It's not, listen, it's not hard. It's not, I know some people don't like to study. I like to read. I like to study. So maybe it's different for me. But with the way we have information at our fingertips, on my mama, you don't have to spend hours and hours on end to figure out what's going on. All you have to do is just read, my people. That's it. Just read. Okay? So with that being said, they're freaking out on Twitter. And you know the narrative is now, see, this is what y'all voted for. Black people, look, now y'all done voted for them. That's what you wanted. That's what you got. Whole time, girl, we have been under the worst economy in the last 4 years than I've seen in my whole life. Like, OMG. Y'all niggas was broke like me. So I don't understand how I get it. I understand how we forgot it because it's easy to manipulate the masses. Okay? It's easy to manipulate the masses. Only thing I'm saying to you is instead of getting all emotionally charged off of what you done seen down here on these doggone on these platforms and all that stuff, go figure it out for yourself, my love. It ain't gonna take you but 5 minutes, I swear. It ain't gonna take you but 5 minutes. And I don't care about the left. I don't care about the right. I don't care about nobody. And let me say this too, because Joya says she is the welfare, or you work at the welfare, right? You know what I wanted to ask you? Because maybe you can help me out. And this is outside of that. Can I ask you a question? Because I can recall, and maybe put a one in the chat if you had this experience. Tell the truth. It'd be harder trying to get welfare from black people at the welfare office than clears. Put a one in the chat if you've ever had that experience. Because I remember when I was younger, I was trying to get child care assistance. I didn't need I only needed food stamps, child care assistance, and what it was, food stamps, child care assistance, and WIC. That's all I needed. I didn't need the welfare cash. I didn't need, and this black lady gave me hell. Help me out, Joya. And I'm not saying this is you, but I'm trying to see something. Why black people give black people the most headaches when they trying to apply for these benefits? I know I ain't the only one experienced this, nah. Boy, it be a black woman behind that thing that, listen, ooh, and evil ain't the word. Do you hear me? Girl, they be behind that thing, girl. Just, it's almost like when they see, they really turn into the Uncle Ruckus. They really turn into, they be worse than the colonizer, than the slave master. They do. I know me, my giving ass, my slow ass, girl, anybody come up there, here. What you need? All right, fill out the paper. Here, there. I know I get fired for approving too many applications. Girl, I'm not reading all here. What you need? All right, fill out this paper. Here, take the number. Fill out that paper. Bring it back. I'm gonna process it. Here. You can have it. Girl, I remember I got in trouble at McDonald's, girl, because they said we were supposed to charge for extra sweet and sour sauce and barbecue sauce. Girl, I went talking about we need to charge 25 cents. Girl, bye. Girl, anybody come through? Can I get extra sauce? Girl, filling the bag up with sauce. Girl, they started docking my little check. Girl, that's when I had to say, well, I gotta be careful and be, selective. But nah, I'm just saying all that to say, every time I go to a government worker, or I have gone to a government worker in the past, and I've seen other people, boy, them black people worse than the clears, ain't they? Ooh, girl, talk about it. Run it. Talk up, Simone. You better shut up and keep on talking. Oh my God, girl, talk down to you, look down on you. You feel me? Oh my God. I be like, girl, I'm talking about, girl, you be wanting to snatch one of them from behind that counter, huh? Ooh, wee, girl. I know the lady, I'll never forget. That lady, now, mind you, this is before I was married to my ex-husband. This was right after I had my baby. So I went down there to get food stamps. Girl, let me tell y'all a quick little story, girl. I ain't lying. This is, God could strike me down right now if I'm lying to you. Girl, I sat down there and I had filled out my paper. But this was before you had to fill it out on the paper. So I had took my number, filled my paperwork out, girl, and came back there. And I was only asking for food stamps. I wasn't even asking for the WIC in the child care assistance. Girl, that lady said, who is the father? And I said, I don't know. And she was like, what you mean you don't know? I said, I don't know. And she was like, who's the possibility to be the father? I was like, well, I don't know. It's been a few people. That lady went got me a piece of loose leaf paper and a pencil and told me write down every single man I've been with in order for me to get food stamps. Now, mind you, my duck ass was a virgin, lost my virginity to my ex-husband. But girl, do you know? I said, okay, that's how we gonna roll it out? Bet. Girl, when I tell you I wrote Junior, I wrote Leroy, I wrote Papa. Girl, I was putting nicknames down. So when I gave her the paperback, she was like, you don't know no government names? I said no. And then the one when I put a government name, you don't know the last name? I said no. And I put like 12 names on there. Do you hear me? When I tell you that lady was evil at me, That lady was evil. That lady wanted to take my head off because, bitch, don't play with no me. You want to really sit up here and send me through the ringer behind these $130 of food stamps, ma'am? Are you crazy? If I see that lady today, I clip her when she walked. Girl, that lady was so mean to me. Ooh, girl. I'm talking about rolled her eyes. Girl, all type of stuff. And I looked that lady dead in her face with a straight face and said, I slept with all of them. I don't know who the daddy is. I don't know. I don't remember who. I don't remember. 3 of them I slept with at the same time, so I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. Girl, that lady looked at me like, bitch, I know you lying. But she couldn't. But that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Boy, black women at the welfare office, y'all some dirty hoes. Not all y'all, but 95% of y'all some dirty bitches. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I'm saying all that to say it's only on pause with the SNAP benefits and the FAFSA so that they can figure out getting rid of the DEI stuff and the grooming and all, not grooming, but the DEI stuff, and they can make the programs whole again. This is, yeah, I got them, girl. They gave me $130. Back then, I ain't gonna lie, that's probably equivalent to like $350 today because it wasn't enough. Girl, by the time I used to buy my baby food, because I used to buy her baby food, like the gerbil baby food in a glass. Girl, by the time I used to get her baby food and her milk and, you know, her little pancakes that I used to make her in the morning and stuff, or her, girl, that used to be gone. But I used to know how to make it work, baby. I go to the meat market. I go give me a pack a thing of pork chops. I go give me a thing of chicken. Oh yes, go and get the cheap meat, girl. What's up? I go give me some boxes of macaroni and cheese. I go give me some spaghettis, the long spaghettis, girl, and some meat sauce. Some red sauce, girl. What's up, girl? I will make it. I will stretch and make it work. Do you hear me? I will make it work, girl. By the time I used to finish shopping, my $130 be gone, girl. I be having 50 still up on the card, and I'm saving that, hoping the frozen cup lady could take my little food stamps or whatever. Girl, please. Girl, I'm gonna make it work. Girl, go and buy grits, because we gonna eat that in the morning, and it's gonna stretch. Gonna buy grits in the morning. My baby liked it, the oatmeal. Get her oatmeal in the morning. Girl, what's up? Lunch, girl, we got ham and cheese. What's up? Ham and cheese. If you want to be fancy, add a little razzle dazzle, cut you up a little lettuce and tomato. Look, cut you up a little lettuce and tomato with a pickle on it, girl, please. Extra mayo, please. Thank you. Toast the bread. It's going to taste like you're at a restaurant, bitch. And I said it. And that's a fact. Look, toast that bread. It's a whole, you done took it to a new stratosphere. You get it? Baby. Oh, I can make it work. Girl, please. Girl, yes, ma'am. I made it work. But I was just so happy to get my $130, girl. I ain't care, girl. I'll show what, girl. I used to be down there, girl, jealous of the people with two baskets full of groceries. But I ain't tripped. You know what I'm saying? I had my little one basket that wasn't all the way full. But it was what it was. No, it was full back then. But I only had my little one basket. And I went and got my stuff. Got my baby Juicy Juice. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but but see, when I got that wick, it kind of took a lot of that off because I was getting the eggs and the milk and all of that from the wick. You know what I'm saying? But before that, girl, the struggle was real on them $130. That bitch only gave me bitch. I needed more than that. Man, I wish I could turn back the hands of time and say, "You ugly hoe, you ugly bitch." Let's move on. I'm over here dragging. All right, so now we're gonna get into Trump. So Trump has just basically came out here and said something that we have been saying all the time, as it pertains to DEI. All the people that are running afraid and scared of this whole DEI situation being a goner and it affecting Black Americans, I've shown you this on this channel before. Black Americans benefit the very least from DEI. It is nothing but a rebranding of affirmative action. Black Americans benefit the very least of DEI. Do you hear me? What they've done is taken our set-asides, hijacked our programs, right? And gave it to everybody else. And they got us over here windmilling with our head down for Debo to keep our bikes. Okay? Our ancestors died, fought tooth and nail. Y'all love to say our ancestors died for us to right to vote. They also died to have set-asides put for us, and it's being given to every single other demographic except you black people, and don't let the tokens fool you. There's always a token Negro at the door, meaning they put one up there like Jasmine Crockett, they put one up there like Barack Obama, they put one up there like the Ketanji whatever Jackson or whatever, and make it seem as if we are benefiting. But the fact of the matter is, if you look to your left and you look to your right and say, neighbor, have you benefited off of DEI? More times out of 10 your neighbor gonna say, no, I didn't. They've been lying to you people. Now, I've been saying this for a while, but Trump finally came out and said it. And I'm not going to lie, it shocked the HE-double hockey sticks out of me. And let me tell you why. Because I've never seen a clear person, especially a clear person in government, especially a clear person in a seat as high as the president, literally fix his lips to say that. That was a shocker to me. I'm not going to praise him for it because you can't. I'm not going to give you props for doing what you're supposed to do and acknowledging what you're supposed to acknowledge. But I will say that I'm hoping that when I play this video, because see, I went under the comments and people were still mad. This man, oh Lord, it's been the longest 28 days in my life. This man, and I'm talking about thousands of likes. And I'm over here saying, how could you be mad at what he's saying? Oh my God. But I'm saying all that to say, I'm going to play this little clip of him acknowledging DEI being hijacked by the others, and it belongs to descendants of slaves. That's Black Americans, right? He's going to say that out loud, and I want people to really listen to what he's saying because I've never heard it so bluntly put, okay? If anybody have an issue with him acknowledging this when all Black people want our tokens any damn way, then y'all just want to be miserable. Any Black American who have a problem with this man acknowledging, because you know all Black people need is an apology, a Coke, and a smile, and we good. But if anybody have a problem with this man acknowledging what needed to be said since the 60s, you are a miserable person. You're a miserable person. And you know what? At this point, nothing will make you happy. And that's, you know, it just is what it is. Let's get into what he said. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Hold on. Let me get him up here. Get the likes up on the video. Where he at? Oh, he right here.
We are fighting hard to get birthright citizenship or automatic citizenship for the children of illegal aliens. That's another way. It's automatic citizenship for children of illegal aliens. That's the other term that they use, which is actually more accurate, more understandable. And it's ridiculous. We're the only country that has it, and certainly the only country that has it to that extent. And it wasn't meant, if you look, it was really meant for children of slaves. This is when it happened. The children of slaves, it was not meant for everyone to come into our country by airplane or charging across the borders from all over the world and think they're going to become citizens. It's not meant for that. It wasn't meant for that. And hopefully at some point the courts will understand that without having to go through a whole big deal. This was meant for the children of slaves. And look at the timing of it and you'll see. And I hope judges will understand that. And it has to stop because it's really hurting our country very badly. We are fighting.
Take Trump off the table, y'all. Do you know how major that is? Because with acknowledgement comes change, right? Typically. He's basically saying with the DEI programs, the people who have been benefiting off of it have been the illegal aliens. That's the facts. That's the facts. The facts are the people who have been benefiting from DEI have, especially by and large, have been illegal aliens. Not me, not you. When it was our ancestors who fought for it. Okay? Now, he's saying that that's not right and it's not okay. They should not be the major benefactors of DEI because it was never meant for them. It was meant for the descendants of slaves, aka Black Americans, because it wasn't just slaves who fell under that affirmative action. It was a lot of Black people who were disproportioned under the government of that time. Okay. So with that being said, yeah, Dr. Claude Anderson been talking about this for years. But this is what I'm saying. Just like the Freedmen's Bank, just like all these other programs that our ancestors set aside, we have allowed these other people to come in and take everything out of it, take all of the resources out of it, and all we get is the token. All we get is the token. All we get is the opportunity to say that we have something that we really don't have. Does that make sense? Like, is that registering to people? Only thing we've been having as far as what these so-called set-asides have been for us has been nothing. Sabrina says, I'm incorrect about this one. Fine. That's fine, my love. Like the video. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. If you do any slight research and you see who has benefited from DEI initiatives, you are not the benefactors when it was put aside just for you. Matter of fact, let me show y'all this video of this sister, I forget her name, who had this very same conversation with a bunch of clear people, and black people are the ones that's just the hardest to get through their head. I don't understand. Look, check it out.
About our lineage. Who are we? We're Black Americans. I can trace my family back, my ancestors back to the 1700s. Okay? So we're Black Americans. We have been here since the founding of the country. That matters, does it not? Does it matter that our parents, our ancestors were here since the founding, since the 1600s, since the 1700s? Is that relevant? Is that significant? Yes, I think it is. Well, I mean, my ancestors didn't slave and sweat and, you know, toil and all that hard work that they did for Joanne Reed to have a job. She's from the Congo. They worked for Black Americans to have jobs. They did all that for Black Americans, not people from the Congo who are first generation Americans. Not even Kamala Harris, who's Indian American and Jamaican. Right. My ancestors didn't work for Kamala Harris to have these benefits. They worked for Black Americans to have benefits. I think even Obama is not even a Black American. This is why using color, the skin color, is not sufficient. It's confusing. Right. And this is why I say white Americans and Black Americans have been in America the longest since its founding. And that is significant. That matters. That history matters. And so this is why, you know, and I don't know why so many, and, you know, I want to get into this issue about Black women, Black American women supporting. I know it's nonprofit, but Black American women don't understand most of them, some do, but most of them don't understand. They think everything is about skin color. And that's a superficial analysis of the situation. They're not looking at the history. They don't know the history. And they're just so wedded to the political left position, embracing all of their policies. And their policies have been detrimental to Black America. They need to get away from that embrace of all these policies that are the detriment. So what I'm thinking, they're not doing their homework. They're not reading this cast your bucket where you are. Cast down your bucket where. They're not reading this history. They're being superficial. They're just watching the television and going along with what the politicians say. That is not sufficient. About our
I just want to say hello.
All right, so this is the thing. Shout out to the sister. What she was doing was cooking. What she said was the God's honest truth. Our ancestors didn't fight so everybody can come over here and benefit off of our stuff, off of our struggle and our pain. We are continuously the advertisement and the face of stuff, but we get nothing from it. This is easily verifiable. All you have to do is do a quick Google. Anybody who disagree with this, do a quick Google, go on Google and ask Google or Siri or whoever you got, who benefits most from DEI programs. That's all you got to do. That's all you have to do is ask who benefit most from DEI programs. Girl, Google go tell you who benefit most. You don't have to listen to me. It ain't for everybody. It really ain't. But for the ones who will receive and go and do their own research, I implore you to do so. Empress Ocean says Jamaicans were slaves too. Yes, they were. In Jamaica. Right. So I am all for, and I said this before too. Shout out to my cousins in the islands. Shout out to all my cousins in the islands. I am all for everybody going back to their slavers and slave masters and getting their reparations. Not even just slavers, they're colonizers. I am all for that. I think that Jamaicans should go back to the British and the Asians who colonized and enslaved them. I think that the Hispanics should go back to the Spaniards who colonized and enslaved them. I think that you know what I mean? And then we can come to all the clears that came over here from multiple parts of Europe and get our reparations. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just from slavery. Let's really be clear about that. Slavery is only one aspect of reparations we're owed. We are also owed reparations from all types of stuff, from even to the day. We still disproportionately disenfranchised. So yeah, I think that Jamaicans were slaves. I believe that. I don't know what the slavery story is in Jamaica. I keep asking people. I never heard the Jamaican story, the Jamaican slavery story, or none of the island slavery stories. I never heard of them. All the ones I hear be from America. So maybe y'all can enlighten me. But I do believe that the Jamaicans should go over back to Jamaica and get them people to get them their reparations. I believe that, and I'm 100% in agreement and in support of that. But this right here, what we talking about, is what our specific ancestors, indigenous Black Americans who owned this land and inhabited this land before the clear colonizers and the Negro Peons hopped off the boat. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how I can trace my lineage back to damn near the 1500s. And you know what I mean? I'm talking about my people and a lot of the people in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But so we gonna keep the focus on the Black Americans in America. But this is what I'm saying, y'all. It's not what you think it is. And people are saying, well, what are they gonna put in place of DEI? Nothing. You want to know why I say nothing? You want to know why I say nothing? Because every time you put something in its place, they're gonna go hijack it again. Every single time you replace the last one, they're going to hijack it again. It's the same thing they did from affirmative actions to DEI. Y'all got to stop. Listen, think outside the box. Every single time you replace one with something else, they come right back and hijack it again. So we can sit up here and fight for the tokens, because that's all they're going to be. That's all they're going to be. Y'all keep saying this in the chat. Trump literally mentioned DEI. Yes, he mentioned birthright citizens too, but I'm talking about DEI. And what he said was under DEI, I don't know if y'all missed that part. What he said was under DEI, he said the illegal aliens are benefited from the DEI. Yes, in reference to them having the birthright citizenship and other things. But the main focus of what he was saying was DEI. Y'all keep saying that as if I'm not talking about what he said. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not that big of a deal, professors. But with that being said, I'm saying all that to say, we don't need none of these things because they don't work. Unless we're able to form some type of treaty or get some real laws passed, all this bullshit, DEI, affirmative action, and girl, it's all it's gonna get hijacked again. You know why? Because we're not in charge of the government. The only way we can make sure that this doesn't happen is we either get some treaties or some laws. Anything else, it don't matter. Anything else outside of that, it don't matter. Unless we get some actual, like, sit down at the table. I don't think it'll ever happen because Negroes can't stay on the same page. But sit down at the table and say, listen, as Black Americans, freedmen, descendants of slaves, indigenous Black Americans, FBA, whatever we is, African American, I don't care what you call yourself, Hebrew, Israelites, Muslims, Hoteps, whatever. Until we can sit down at a table or sit down at a meeting or something, find a representative and say, this is what we want. These are the laws that now mind you, a law is put in place. Now, I'm not saying they can't, do nothing with that, but it's harder to mess with that than a damn initiative like DEI. until we sign some sort of treaties like they did back in the day, or laws, we don't need no replacements, because they're all going to be hijacked, because we don't run the government. We don't. We literally do not run the government. So that's unfortunate, and it sounds unfortunate, but to be completely honest, it's really not. How we gonna miss something we never had? How we gonna miss something we never had? It's almost like somebody going to steal the bike from Debo and Red getting mad. You never even had the bike. Debo been having your bike. So if they go steal it out of Debo backyard, what you mad for? He stole it from you. We got to be strong, Black America. Now, I wanted to show y'all a couple of the responses on Twitter, because I ain't going to be on here too long. I'm about to get off of here. Obviously, Tariq Nasheed, the FBA, I ain't going to say leader, because he said he ain't no leader. The person who coined the phrase FBA, Tariq Nasheed, obviously retweeted it and was like, yo, I agree with this, because this is what Tariq Nasheed and FBA, the movement, have been saying for the longest. We need our reparations from slavery. Now, I told y'all, in my opinion, I think that the slavery is only one aspect. When you do genealogy, a lot of y'all gonna realize a lot of y'all ain't come from slaves. However, that does not mean you shouldn't be reparated. I believe we should be going after more than just slavery, but his focus is slavery, so we're just gonna go with the move. And given what Trump just said, that literally solidifies everything Tariq has been saying. What Tariq has been saying is this: the government owes Black Americans some coins. They owe us this whole land, to be completely honest. They owe us this whole land. They came and stole our land right from under us. Them people owe us everything that they have and more. But if some people will settle for a check, then checks should be written. And that's what Tariq has been saying this whole time. Okay? Now, a couple people had some comments on it. Is this one? Oh, look at this clear man. Look, I'm about to show y'all how y'all don't even realize y'all be getting tricked right out of your stuff. Look at this clear man posted on Twitter. Peep. Hold on. Let me close this chat because I can't see it on this phone. He says, if you are born in the U.S., you are a U.S. citizen, period. The 14th Amendment clearly says so. The Supreme Court has affirmed it for more than 125 years. That's why I'm suing President Trump to block his unconstitutional executive order purporting to end birthright citizenship. Let me tell y'all something. Look at how far these folks will go to make sure you don't get a goddamn thing. If allowed to stand, individuals stripped of their rightful U.S. citizenship would be forced to live under constant threat of deportation while lacking clear citizenship in any other nation. At least 150,000 children born each year would be denied guaranteed rights and protections. You know, now I told y'all before, when I look at clear people, they all look foreign to me because they are foreigners. They all come from somewhere in Europe or South Africa. Let's really talk about it. He's black. Why he got a white man on his? Y'all saying he black? He must be hella light skinned, huh? Black from Minnesota. Girl, he look hella light skinned, huh? But think about it. Why would a Black American be going so hard for illegals to stay in the country? Think about it. That's an op right there. That's an op. That is an op right there. Going hella hard to keep your tax dollars that you already don't have going to them other folks. Okay, there you go. Stylish K718 said because he wasn't born here. Got it. Say less. Say less. It makes sense. It makes sense. It literally makes sense. Let me tell y'all something, bro. This brother, no, he ain't no brother, but this person got on here and is literally talking about suing Donald Trump because he be damn if Trump gets birthright citizenship up out of here, which goes along with the DEI, or DEI falls under that, or it kind of correlates or whatever. He be damn if he allowed Trump to do that. Let me tell you something. Just like they've been adding on to certain stuff over the years, that's the same thing. Same thing they doing with all of this citizenship. And this is what you got. This is what you got. Bruh, I need y'all to pay attention. Y'all are on the side of the people who try to take from you. A lot of our people, and that's just disheartening to me, that I've seen a lot of our people on the side of the people who are harming us, and they don't even know it. They really don't know it. They so busy being fear mongered and lied to, and you know what I mean? And my poor people, they say 2/3 ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? They say my people suffer from a lack of knowledge or something like that. I remember they say something like that in the Bible, or something like that. They say my people suffer from a lack of knowledge. We literally assisting, aiding, and abetting them into screwing us over, and we don't even see it. He's the AG that got justice for Floyd. I don't give a damn about girl. Not to you, Danielle, but how did that help? Girl, to hell with Floyd. He gone, and his family got millions of dollars. What's up? Girl. And by the way, too, don't be fooled too, y'all. Y'all know when they be winning them lawsuits like Benjamin Crump, oh, they get a nice coin, girl. Yes, ma'am. They get a real nice coin. They get a nice coin. That's why they be fighting hard like that, girl, because they checks. Yes, ma'am. They checks, girl. Talking about George Floyd, y'all. His mama last name Martinez, a clear woman who eat tacos, huh? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Joya says, so why are they pulling Black history from schools? How is that benefiting us? I just don't trust these politicians are for Black people. I don't think none of these politicians are for Black people. But I will say this. I don't understand why we so hell-bent on them teaching Black history in school. How does us learning Black history? I have a question. I have a counter question. How does us knowing Black history benefit us? What have we as a culture or as a collective gained off of knowing Black history? I mean, it's all lies anyway, 90% lies, but neither here nor there. What do Black America gain off of knowing Black history? I mean, I learned all about Mike, Martin Luther King, and they ain't got me nowhere. Where we from? Joya, that's got to come from your people, baby. How you going to trust a clear person to tell you where you from? Think about it like that. Next time you think about Black history in schools, think about the fact that you're entrusting your entire history in the hands of a clear person who don't know you. They don't know you, and they don't even have your best interest at heart. And that's the people we fighting to tell our story. Oh my God. Y'all got to start learning your own history and teaching it to your own kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know all of them. You talking to a history buff. I'm a history buff. I know all of the peoples, baby. Yes, I do. I know all of the people. You talking to a history buff, my love. Yes, ma'am. I can run down the whole Black History Month and the whole doggone criteria and all that other stuff to you, baby. We do Educational Friday. Pull up. On Fridays around 5 o'clock. We do Educational Friday. We do this every Friday, my love. But what I'm saying is, even if we know them all, it does not benefit us. We have to learn our own first of all, if we don't know our family history and who we are as a people, I'm talking about meaning our lineage and our genealogy, girl, learning about Martin Luther King, damn sure ain't gonna do nothing for you. Do you hear me? Listen, if you don't know your genealogy, girl, learning about Mike is the last thing you need to do. But anyways, I'm saying all that to say, y'all, don't let the internet fool y'all and get y'all all worked up, because that's all they doing. That's all they doing. Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. She says people are concentrating on Mexicans when there are more Dominicans in NYC than in DR. Facts. They don't speak English, refuse to learn, and hate black folks. Come get them. Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. She said they got more Dominicans in NYC than in DR. Oh, yeah, because, you know, the Haitians been pulling up to the DR real hard, and, you know, they beefing or whatever the case may be. And, you know, I'm reading that book, They Came Before Us. Is that the name of it? Yeah, They Came Before Columbus. They Came Before Columbus. And I'm starting to realize, you know, them clear folks and them Negro pens was already going over there starting stuff with them people. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. Because I'm starting to realize some stuff as time goes by. I'm like, wait a minute. Cosmic Sunso, thank you for the super chat. Public aid stamps, food stamps were created for the clears. Yes, it was a way to reboost the economy after the war, people, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and it was made for the clears. Are you okay? Are we listening? Food stamps, welfare, even the projects, all of those things were made for the clear so that they can get them an economic boost and get them right back in the game. Because right after the Depression and the war, they were poor Slavic people. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate you, Cosmic Sun Soul. Their racism is causing them problems. Oh yeah. Kimberly, Tyree, thank you for the super chat. Hey Boo, talk heavy, sis. I'm trying, you know, talk a little light on my feet, heavy on the voice. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Cosmic Sun Soul, thank you for the super chat. Public aid case workers are Christians, girl. You know how that, girl. Don't get me started. You know how that go. You know how that go, child. BDC, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you, beautiful. Thank you. Mina Harris, thank you for the super chat. They act like they lost your papers and I kept receipts, so then they'll say, oh, here it is, and it's as if it's coming out of their pockets. Girl, you better talk. You better talk. Girl, black people, if you work, or if you or somebody you know work down at the welfare office and you know that they give black people a time to get them benefits, please either talk to them and try to talk them down off that bull. And if you can't talk them down off that bull, whenever they start hollering Black Lives Matter or Black America this or Black America that, do me a favor and turn your hand to the black hand side and bat the piss out of them. Okay? Soon as they talk about black unity and black this and black that, turn your hand to the backhand side and bat the piss out of them. For me, you know what I'm saying? I don't promote violence. ... Y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because that be the main ones. I can't believe you anti-black. No, bitch, you anti-black. What happened to my food stamps? Girl, what's going on? Dimple Pop, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Lord, people be missing the point. It's like simple info goes right over their heads. But, you know, a lot of people like to willingly be ignorant. So I just, you know, it ain't for everybody. You're right, Dimple Pop, though. Son, thank you for the super chat. Boo, 2 months later, people butthurt. Still getting smoke from lurkers in our bushes. Mad Scammer didn't win. Go lay down. Be proactive, not reactive. That's a word. Being proactive and not reactive. That part right there. That's the part, girl. That's the part. Yes. Thank you, son. And KB, thank you for the super chat. Boo, Black Americans are only 3% of DEI. Hispanics are 67%. Oh, yeah, I got it up here. Hold on. There you go. Hold on. Yay. And listen, this is only the SNAP benefits we're talking about here. Imagine all the other programs that they think is for us, or we think is for us, and everybody else benefiting off of it, huh? Ciao. With that being said, I got to get off of here, y'all. I may see y'all later. I got love and hip hop coming. I don't know. It depends, girl. I be needing a break sometimes. So I may see y'all later. I may not, y'all. But in the meantime, I love y'all down to the ground. Be cool to each other. We can agree to disagree, but still understand that we have a big fight to fight, and that we got to have some sort of unity to do it. I'll talk to y'all later. See y'all tomorrow, if not tonight. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I won't
blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy.
Daryl, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.